Hey everybody, this is Jewelyn. Welcome back to the channel, and it feels like it's been a minute since I filmed plant content, but it is currently a new month. April is finally here, and that means it is time for my monthly series, Pot of Fame. In today's video, I wanted to share with you a handful of plants that have been doing good for the month of March. Now, there was a chunk of March where I was in Las Vegas, and if you watch the plant content I recently put out, you've seen that there was tons of heavy rain. And if you watch my IG stories on Planting with Jewelyn, you know sometimes they get crazy with the rain. The plants that are in my home, I will bring out, let them get rainwater, and then bring them back in. And I think that was like a 3-hour chore, but all of my plants in my home got rainwater, but I got soaked in wet. And then from there, I had to leave for Las Vegas for a week, so most of them went into the bathroom, a lot of my bigger house plants, because I knew it was going to be raining for a chunk of the days I was gone. And I came back to so many cool new growth. Where's Abby? There she is. And I wanted to share a handful of babies that have been doing really well. So I hope you guys enjoy my monthly Pot of Fame, and without any particular order, let's get started. I want to bring up my Begonia, and this is one of them. I should do a Begonia collective so you can see currently what I have. And actually, I'm gonna probably talk about the 5 plants that recently died on me, and I'll probably do that in the upcoming days because there's been some really awful plant fails and I just don't know why. But this particular Begonia is doing really good, and as you see, I always like to try to catch the blooms on the channel if I can. There's so many plants giving me new leaves and lots of new blooms, lots of new growth. So I just only can pick a handful, if not I'll be here all day. But this one, you know what, was actually living in my bathroom for a hot minute, and then I decided to bring it out here in the patio after the rain, and it's been actually loving life. Like, I'm trying to figure out where it's most happy, but I know either between the bathroom or the patio is its best place it likes to be at. But yeah, every single section there is lots of new growth. So here, tons, and I just love Begonia blooms. In fact, some of my oxalises in my greenhouse is actually doing really good and putting out a few new blooms. But my oxalises, guys, will live in my greenhouse all year long because they're very dramatic plants. But starting off with one of my begonias doing really good. Plastic planters for all my begonias is my choice. I would never put it in a terracotta because they don't like to be dried out. They like to be somewhat always on the wet side. So I think it's going to be time to water it. I'll water it today. But the rainwater has done magic for the collection. So one of my begonias in today's video. Let's talk about 2 babies that I've ordered online that are doing really good. Here is my Philodendron. I think both of them are Philodendrons. This is my Jose Buono, and both of them are Philodendrons. First one I want to bring up is my Jose Buono. I know this has been on the Pot of Fame videos before, but anytime I have some kind of progress with my rare babies, especially my online babies, I like to highlight them. And look at this new leaf that unfurled. Now, the last time I think this was on the Pot of Fame, this was the leaf that I showcased, but look at here, it's doing so good. And this lives full-time in my bathroom, but definitely I think the rainwater did some magic to it, and it's loving life. So also in a plastic planter. Rare Philodendron Maximum. Oh, you guys, this is probably one of my favorite plants. By the way, this is a thrifted planter that I got from Arizona, and probably my most favorite thrifted planter of all time. You guys know I love white. But here, look, finally, I was so stressed out wondering when is this thing gonna give me new growth, and look, it finally unfurled a new leaf while I was in Las Vegas. Look at it, it is so cute. And then we also have some new growth here, so I'm gonna keep track of this. And I think a project of mine I would like to do this month for the plant collection is maybe to photograph each and every single one. That would be something really cool to do. I have a lot of plants, so that would probably take me a long time to do. But this is finally giving me some sign of growth, guys. I was really nervous because I had this plant for a while and it wasn't doing anything for me. But finally I see some activity happening here. And let me know in the comments down below if you have this Philodendron. Is it considered rare where you are? I've never seen this Philodendron in person, so this is one of the very few plants I've ordered online. Speaking of which, I will be posting up more plants for sale now that I am home. I want to take advantage of this month to be able to get as much plants up I can from my collection for sale. So if you are interested in any of my plants in my collection, I know a bunch of you guys had purchased plant babies from me over the past 2 weeks. Reach out to me at Planting with Jewelyn on Instagram in a direct message and let me know what you're looking for. I definitely don't mind sharing from my collection if you live in the United States. So very fun update. Okay, one plant that was stressing me out and now it's like loving life. It lives by my kitchen window now. This is my Senecio wax ivy. I wish I had a better way of displaying this plant, like if it could grow up a longer trellis perhaps or something, but this is just like serving me so much new growth. It splits off in a Y here and then it trails down here. All of this is like, look at this cute new growth here, love it. And then all of this is all new growth, and actually it was kind of trellising up the metal bars of my window, of the kitchen window, which is so interesting for it to do that. I also see in the back here, it's a better point of view here, you can see more growth in the length of this trail. So I'm really interested to see it thrive over the next planting season here. And yeah, we'll see. For now, it lives by the kitchen window. Now I know it's its most happiest place there because of all of this new growth it has put out. Let me know in the comments down below if you have the wax ivy. Is it also a common plant or rare plant where you're from? For me, this is considered a rare plant. I think there's maybe been once or twice since I've seen this plant in person. I actually was going to repurchase this plant for a bigger plant. I think it was in San Diego, I'm not too sure, but I ended up not doing that because I knew this plant was giving me some progress. But I think if it was still going downhill, I would have repurchased that. But for now, I'm really happy with this. I believe I got this in a nursery in Long Beach sometime maybe last year. But if and when this thing becomes really big, I wouldn't mind trying to propagate from it and see how well it does, because my other Senecios, like my string of dolphins and stuff like that, they propagate so well. But it'd be interesting to propagate from a waxy Senecio. So very fun update. I love the variegations also, by the way. Like, look at how pretty the variegation is. Let's talk about 3 plant babies from 3 different subscribers of mine. Whether, I think they were all from trades. Okay, subscribers in Santa Clarita. This was, I think, from our second time trading. Maybe we'll trade in the future. But this particular Philodendron was not giving me any kinds of signs of growth, and then finally when I put it in the rain for a little bit, look what popped up. Look at this beautiful new baby leaf. And then if you see here, there's also a little bit of growth coming out here with the new leaf. But literally the whole time I had this plant, it wasn't doing anything for me. This lives on actually my toilet, so it gets diffused lighting, and I finally see some signs of life here. But there's been a handful of cuttings, I think, from all 3 of my subscribers that either didn't do good or did really well, but I'm just happy to share the ones that are doing really good with me. But yes, to a new leaf. So I am looking forward to doing more trades with my subscribers who live in my area, and it's just fun to get different plants from different people who watch the channel. This is from my second trade with my subscriber in Temecula, and this is what's left of what she gave me. Now this is from her Monstera Adansonia, and she has a bunch of them. And I actually got a handful of cuttings from one of her mother plants. They all died for whatever reason. They were not happy, and this is the only one that survived. And I have it in a leca setup because I was trying to figure out like the best way to have this thing live. And I think I'm gonna leave this one in leca. I have 2 Monstera adansonii in soil that are my mother plants, so I wanted to experiment something different with this one. But look at this, finally some growth here. So one leaf unfurled for me, but I hope I can keep this one alive, because out of all of the cuttings that she gave me, this is the only one left, which was so sad for me to have to say goodbye to the handful of cuttings she gave me. But I'm glad that I at least have one, and I'm able to hopefully get a whole new plant from this. And it's just fun to see plant babies from my subscribers' collections in mine. So this lives on my plant shelf in my studio. Last subscriber from Long Beach, we did one trade, and maybe we'll trade in the future. That'd be really fun to do again. Is this anthurium, and I am so happy this thing is finally giving me new growth. And I think I was able to bring this one outside too for some rainwater, but look at it, it's giving birth to a new leaf. I'm so happy with this. And this is also living in my bathroom on my DIY shelf. But those are the three babies from three different subscribers in my Southern California area. I guess you could say Southern California. From different parts of Southern California that are doing really good. It's also interesting to see what plants are doing really good that they gave me and that didn't make it. But I love experimenting and seeing how well plants do in my studio. End today's video with three mother plants of mine that are doing really good that I haven't really spotlighted in my pot. So here is one of my plants that I don't really spotlight on the channel. This is one of my prized epiphyllums. I want to say it's some kind of epiphyllum. I don't know the exact name of this or any of my epiphyllums. They're very hard to identify. This one I got from, I think, Fallbrook, if I'm not mistaken. And as you see, there's lots of new growth here. I see something happening down here, and then all on the top here. So this is new growth, all this, and all this. But yeah, all of my epiphyllums are doing really well. But I wanted to showcase one that I don't really get to bring out and share and spotlight on the channel. But this lives in my patio, doing really good. Will this thing ever give me some kind of bloom? I don't know. I love the legs, they're super chunky. There's three sides to them, and for the most part, like, I gotta be very careful with this one. I think out of all of my epiphyllums, these ones have little fine pricklies on it. But definitely interesting to have. I don't have anything like this. This is like the one that I don't have anything like this. So it's definitely interesting to see these weird ones pop up in the collection every now and then. And actually, yes, this was from me. I accidentally bumped into it a couple months ago. I don't know what happened to the top part. Maybe I stuck it somewhere in here, not too sure. But I gotta be very careful where I style them because they have long legs. But let me know in the comments down below if you know the ID of this particular baby. That'll be a nice. Largest plant for today's video that I'm gonna share is George Jr. Oh my goodness, you guys, let me spin him around so you can see how big he got. Look at him. He's growing up into a young man. He has lots of splits now. Lots of new growth here. Take a look at this beautiful unfurled leaf that just happened. These two here. Lots of splits, and it's doing really good on its stake here that I did a DIY on. As the neighbors are still doing construction, even with self-quarantine, they're still going. Yeah, as you can see, George Jr., I had to stand up so you can see how big he got here. He is thriving and living his best life. He actually now lives in the studio next to my bed, so I sleep next to this one every night. As much as I want my big guy George in the house, he's just too big. But a lot of new growth here. It's just fun to see nice cute little leaves unfurling throughout each section. But most importantly for today's video, like, all of the splits, the fenestrations that have been coming up on him has been making me so happy. I've had him now, I want to say, for almost 5 years, and it's nice to just see him mature over the years and give me some cool splits. So definitely could not pass up not sharing him for this month's Pot of Fame. So I thought it'd be fun to bring up two of my Hoyas that are doing really good that I haven't talked about in a while. This is my mother plant of my Hoya Crinkle 8. I know a bunch of you guys have plant babies from this mother plant, which is super cool. My grandma and I did a clean with me episode with all of my Hoya crinkle 8s. I think I have a few more in my greenhouse from this mother plant, so if you're interested, reach out to me, Planting with Jewelyn on Instagram, DM me, and I would love to share my Hoya collection with you guys. The trails are longer now, and then lots of new growth here. This lives full-time on my door, believe it or not, and I like to just kind of rotate it like this up against the door so that it gets even sun. So once a week I'll just do a turn like this. Super cool Hoya. I love Hoyas, and I know that's like one of my most viewed videos on the channel. I just looked the other day. I will do an updated Hoya collective after maybe I do a Philodendron collective video. Give me some time because my pink princess officially died, so I've been like kind of putting my Philodendron collective video off to the side because I'm so upset about that. So just give me some time. I will go ahead and put out a Philodendron collective video after my plant heart heals. So last plant of the day is one that I haven't talked about really on the channel. This is my all green Hoya carnosa, and lots of new growth. If you see here, I know probably got sunburn here and there, and I'm so sorry. So I definitely gotta be a little bit more careful on checking my plants because now that I'm home now for the month, I can maybe catch them if I feel like it's too much sun. But I mean, this thing lives in my patio, and look at this, it's wild and crazy, but lots of new growth. So also another plant I can take from, so if you're interested in an all green Hoya carnosa, let me know. My collection is growing wild and crazy, and I definitely don't mind taking from it. Lots of new growth on every single part of this Hoya, and it's just nice to be able to see the Hoya collection grow. I can't wait for like more blooms this upcoming season. Let's see when they start blooming on me this year. I can't wait to see the blooms that will pop up for me. You just never know who's gonna give me blooms every year. It's so nice to see when my Hoya compacta is gonna give me blooms again because I just love it. But anyway, that is gonna wrap up my pot of fame for the month of March. And yeah, let me know down in the comments below if you have any of the plants, or if not, what plants are giving you growth for the month of March. It'd be nice to know what babies were doing good for you. And if you're new, welcome to the channel. Subscribe for daily uploads between the main channel and the vlog channel. You get a video each and every day. I hope you guys enjoy my monthly pot of fame. And if you're new, I have hundreds of videos. I have over 700 videos on the main channel and almost 200 videos on the vlog channel, and probably by the time this video goes up, I might have almost or did reach the 200 mark on the vlog channel, which is super cool. I love both of my channels equally, so you have a lot of videos to keep you entertained while you're staying in. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Until next time, aloha from Santa Monica, California. Bye.